What are the differences between an HDD and an SSD? So this is the video topic today. So HDDs are traditional storage devices with spinning platters that read and write data. SSDs use newer technology to store data on instantly accessible memory chips. SSDs are faster, quieter, smaller, more durable, and consume less energy, while HDDs are cheaper and offer more storage capacity and easier data recovery if damaged. This is the first point. SSDs and HDDs are both storage devices, but the way they work is quite different. The main difference between a solid state drive, that is SSD, and a hard disk drive, that is HDD, is how data is stored and accessed. HDDs use mechanical spinning disks and a moving read or write head to access data, while SSDs use memory chips just like a memory card. If price isn't an issue, SSDs are a better option, especially since modern SSDs are just about as reliable as HDDs. In the long term, you will benefit from the SSDs. So now we are going to see what is a solid state drive. So SSDs are newer type of disks that store information on flash memory. It basically runs on NAND, which consist of individual memory cells storing bits that are instantly accessible by the controller. SSD speeds vastly outpace those of HDDs, and the rapid data transfer will improve your computer's performance drastically. Now, the question is, how do SSDs make your computer faster? SSDs improve the speed at which large amounts of data are loaded at once. So we are going to see some processes on which SSDs work. First one is the booting up of your operating system, starting a program, loading a new video game level, opening a huge file in a resource intensive program, importing and exporting video files, previewing video files in editing software. When we talk about performance, we mean the transfer of large branches of data all at once. An SSD won't necessarily help Chrome run more smoothly than 100 tabs. When 100 tabs are open and your overall RAM is low, and video editing software will struggle if your processor is many years old. Okay, so this was the SSD. Now what is a hard disk drive? An HDD enclosure contains a series of platters covered by a ferromagnetic coating. The direction of the magnetization represents the individual bits. Data is written and read by a fast moving head, similar to the way vinyl record albums worked. It used to work like that. The disk spins at 7200 RPMs, so data can be read very quickly. This is the minimum you need for an hard disk drive, 7200 rotation per minute. Below this, it's horrible. Since all these pieces are mechanical, the hard disk is the slowest and most fragile component of any computer, but hard disks can be extremely cost efficient for long-term offline storage, as most of the benefits of an SSD over HDD are only related to day-to-day usage. For example, the rate at which they can load large files and programs. If you are wondering whether you have an SSD or HDD, here's how to find out. So you have to type defrag in the Windows Start, that is the search bar, and click defragment and optimize disk or drives. You will see a list of drives connected to a computer and their types. Okay, so what are the pros and cons of SSDs and HDDs? Whether to include an SSD versus hard disk drive in your new desktop or laptop mainly comes down to your budget. SSDs are generally more expensive, but they can help you access large files over and over again. The main benefit of HDDs is that they are cheaper, but they work best for moderate computer users. Alright. So here's a handy comparison I'm going to tell. Number one is SSDs are faster, HDDs are slower. SSDs are more expensive, HDDs are cheaper. SSDs are non-mechanical, that is, they depend on flash storage. HDDs are mechanical, that is, they have moving parts, that is, they are platters and read and write head. Number 4 point I'm going to tell is SSDs are shock resistant and HDDs are fragile and best for storing operating system, gaming apps and frequently used files. You can store it in the SSD. best for storing extra data such as movies, photos and documents. So these were the differences between SSD and HDD. If you liked the video, please give a like on this video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Your one like and your one subscription is a huge motivation for us to make more and more videos for you all. Thank you.